and Satnam, dear sacred ones here on Facebook. It has been a moment since I've done a live stream, and I have a good flood, or let's say a whole ocean of updates for you. But first of all, I just want to take a moment because I notice a lot of people don't do that when you're scrolling on social media and when you're consuming all that content. Just take a moment and close your eyes down with me. Take a breath. Removing your attention from social media for a moment and bringing your attention towards the inside world, towards your own heart, your own breath. Taking another deep, slow inhale. Steady, soft exhale. It's easy to get lost in the scrolling and in all the overwhelm and floods of content here on social media. So I find it really helpful sometimes to have a little reminder to just remove yourself, your attention from all that's happening on social media and close your eyes down and take a moment to go within. So today I have a wonderful invitation for you, my dear friends. I want to share something with you that has been it has been changing a lot of things in my life over the last 1.5 years. As you may or may not know, I have embarked on 2 paths since almost 2 years now. One of them is deepening my spiritual practice and walking a lot of the teachings that Kundalini Yoga and yoga in general, but specifically Kundalini Yoga, has brought to me. And furthermore, I have worked with people and on people with different sorts of plant medicines over the last 1.5 years, which has expanded my perception and my experience of this world quite a lot. And so today I want to share some of these experiences with you, but just scratching the top of the iceberg, because on December 14th, I'm hosting a completely free masterclass in which I dive much deeper into all of these topics and give you all the insights, all the sharings, all the lessons and learnings that I've had over the last 1.5, 2-ish years from doing this work and embracing a lot of inner work on myself through plant medicine, Kundalini Yoga, and spiritual development. So first of all, just want to ask everybody who's tuning into the live stream to say hi in the comments and let me know where you're joining in from. And then furthermore, I would love for you to one more time close down your eyes. You can listen to my voice. You don't need to see me speak. Just listen to my voice. Focus on your breath. I just want you to ask yourself from a very pure and honest place, what is it that is lacking in my life right now? What is it that I don't feel fully at peace with? A longing, a seeking, maybe a craving, something that's not in my life yet that I would love to welcome into my life. And once you found that answer, once you found what that is, type it in the comments. Take your time with it. I'd love to hear what the things are that you feel like you're not fully embracing in this life yet. Or in other words, what the things are that you feel like you deserve, or maybe you don't feel like you fully deserve them, but you'd love to welcome them into your life. Is it more wealth? Is it more health? Is it a loving friendship or multiple, or is it a relationship that you're seeking? Is there a lack of love towards the self? Is there not enough play, not enough joy in your life? Whatever it is, sit still with it for a moment. Feel into it. And then type it in the comments. And as you're doing that, my dear friends here on Facebook, I'm just going to share a little bit more about this upcoming masterclass with you and what to expect inside of that masterclass. So one of the core components that has come into my life over the last 2 years is the terminology and also the branding, as you maybe have seen on my newer website, sacred body work. Sacred body work. What is sacred body work? What is this all about? So about 2 years ago, I started embracing more of the learnings and teachings that I've had over the last 5 years of my life when it comes to physical hands-on body work and physical therapy. You might remember I've been sharing this in the past quite a bit when I went through my first ever heavy breakup from a longer relationship. It was a little more than 3 years long, and it really broke my heart to detach and to let go of that relationship. Back then, I allowed myself, or I was invited also, into a retreat. It was called a de-armoring retreat, and it was an 8-day immersion in North Bali, which taught me and walked me through a lot of practices around emotional well-being, but also a lot of practices on how to amplify your emotional well-being through physical hands-on body work. And that was about 5.5 years ago, and that was kind of like my initiation. That was the first time I got in touch with body work, and I learned a little bit about it. However, I never really applied it. I never really made it a part of my offerings. And about 2 years ago, it started coming back on my path that somehow intuitively I was called more to work hands-on on people. And following up on that, I did another training course, an education course, and a hands-on bodywork training with a wonderful friend of mine. His name is Martijn. He also is based here in Bali. And I learned again, and even deeper, different techniques and skills on physical hands-on bodywork. Following out of that, there was a series of experiences where I got in touch with a sort of energetic connection to something that's a bit more outer worldly. And back then I had no idea what that was. I had no idea what the name of that was. I had no idea how to describe that really. Now I do. So what basically happened through this initiation into deepening into body work and hands-on body work is the universe somehow gave me a confirmation of this is your path to walk. You've been learning all of these skills, breath work, meditation, hands-on body work, hypnotherapy, and now here's another one that really brings it all together, and you can infuse them into all of them, which is light work, specifically Pleiadian light work. Pleiadians are known as a species that have mastered and transcended the human shape, and they have elevated their state of consciousness to an extent that they can travel through space and time and kind of visit you in different shapes or forms. Other beings that were in human shape that have mastered that are today known as Yeshua, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, or Buddha, or Guru Ram Das. They're different so-called ascended masters. And through these last 2 years of initiating on hands-on body work, Pleiadian light work, Kundalini yoga on a daily basis, and shamanic work with plant medicines, I started to understand these bridges and to see what's actually happening behind the curtains, behind the so-called matrix. Matrix meaning the 3D reality, the physical world that we are living in and that we experience with the primary 5 senses. So these last years gave me such deep insights on how this whole play of the universe actually works, and I started experimenting even more with certain formulas to see if I do engage on an energetic level with my path or the path of someone else, let's say a client or a patient who came in to see me for a healing session, a breathwork session, a hands-on bodywork session, whatever it was, I would start implementing these light work formulas, accessing them through proper meditation, which I had to learn first, right? It's not easy to sit down and still the mind. So it's something we have to learn first to then deepen into this energetic spirit component of healing. And it was something that for most of my life I didn't believe in, I didn't have access to, I didn't really buy into it. However, when I encountered for the first time these beings of the light to come into my world, I wasn't on plant medicine, I was completely sober. I was in a hypnotherapy session and I had to stop my hypnotherapist, and I was like, we have to stop, something is happening. I have this like presence coming in, and the next 10 minutes, there was this visual component of 2 beings, blue bright beings, putting out their hands towards me as I was laying on the bed. And there was an emotional component of pure bliss, just pure bliss running through my whole body. I would almost describe it as little orgasmic explosions in every cell of my being. And I've never had that to that extent. So that got me more curious, and it got me more opened up to actually explore, hey, what else is there and what higher frequency healing is there accessible to us humans as we are trying to heal our mental and emotional landscapes, as we are trying to heal from trauma experiences, past relationships, abusive workspaces, bosses, whatever it is, or co-workers, you know. What is a faster and more efficient way to heal all of these things? And so that's what I'm going to be teaching inside of the Awaken to the Sacred Body free masterclass on December 14th. I've linked the sign-up page in the description of this video. It's going to be a 90-minute deep dive with both learnings and an experiencing component where I'll be guiding you through a light work calibration. And it's something that's available to anyone. You don't have to be spiritual. You don't have to be healthy or unhealthy. It does not matter where you're at in your life. This is going to be a beautiful healing experience for you. And I'm very excited and hope to see you live. Or if you can't make it live, I'll record the whole thing. I'll make it available for about 1.5 weeks, 10 days after the live stream, so you can catch the recording as well. However, only if you sign up. So go ahead, click that link in the description of this video here, sign yourself up to this wonderful experience ahead, and time for you to get a little deeper in connection with the heart, with the soul, and with how this whole universal healing process actually works. It's going to make so much more sense to you after these 90 minutes. Trust me on that. So I'm excited to see you there. And I wish you a beautiful day, rest of the day, rest of the night, all the love, all the peace. Mwah.